What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have an Icarus Week 79 update. This week they have some Galileo fixes, and they've had their newest named update, the next big update. Also, they have a few other small changes. Kind of a small patch this week, but let's get into it, shall we? Icarus Week 79 Galileo Fixes, the Icarus Week 79 update, Galileo Fixes, and their next named update. A range of bug fixes for Galileo this week, along with details on the next big named update they started working on. So Week 79 brings a slew of Galileo fixes from the successful launch of Galileo last week, and they're following it up with a bunch of bug fixes and UI improvements that may have kind of slipped through the cracks. They also mentioned the interior decorations DLC as well, and what to expect from the newest update, coming soon. So some Galileo fixes. They have some Galileo fixes this week. They fixed some achievements and their trigger conditions which weren't firing correctly, enabled fishing in outposts, fixed the ammo display on the UI, which is not displaying the correct amount, fixed some UI tooltips which were being cut off due to character restraints, improved fish movement visualization, added more translations for Galileo, and translated some missing UI text. Also fixed up creature corpses, showing fur when they shouldn't. And they also fixed some building and deployable destructible meshes. So the interior decorations DLC. Last week they released the interior decorations DLC, which was actually released with last week's update. We also did a very short video on that. If you'd like to see a little bit more information on the interior decorations DLC, we have a full video here on the channel. I'll put a link up above for you to check out the interior decorations. And Hypatia. So now Galileo is finished, they are moving on to the next update. And the update is named Hypatia, after the ancient Alexandrian mathematician, astronomer, and philosopher. The four features of this update will be the integration of the classic Icarus missions into open world, yay, allowing players to travel across the persistent map while activating missions during their session. It will also include improvements to missions, including more interaction between prospectors and the station while on the planet, and a new world boss. Like Galileo, Hypatia is a free update that will take several weeks to polish, and the regular weekly updates will continue in the meantime. New Frontiers, their first major DLC, is also progressing in leaps and bounds, and they hope to share some sneak peeks soon. New Frontiers will feature new biomes, creatures, missions, and will be a paid DLC. Or if you have the Supporters Edition, we'll get it for free. Same thing goes with the Interior Decorations DLC. So really there's not much more to show you today, other than the Galileo fixes and the Interior DLCs. As stated, this is kind of a smaller update. We did have a chance to do our AMA with the devs. We were able to speak with Jake Dudunsky and do a hour-long AMA and play along with them. We have that linked down below, and also it is available on our channel, where they answer tons of future content news and questions that you guys asked. Thank you so much for doing so, by the way. And thank you to our late night crew. Thank you KHX, Wolfie, Sergio, and Sandy so much for being part of the late night crew. Thank you guys so much for your support and for being so awesome. So the changelog, let's go over what we haven't fixed that is quite interesting. Looks like they are adding unique fishing zones for outpost maps and are adjusting fish spawning config data validation. Looks like they fixed some strawberries and bubbles. Updated the fish and bestiary cheat to allow unlocking for every creature fish at the same time. The fishing bench now correctly weighs 20 kilograms instead of 1. Fiber cannot be placed in and grown in crop plots. Fixed an error in the description for titanium plate, and it looks like they updated all the spawn zones to ensure that the Arctic spawn zones are defined. They added the shepherd's role to the Yes Chef achievement, and added a validation to fishing spawn zones to ensure each zone is defined. Remove debug logging used for death state camera bug. Looks like they may have reduced the movement easing when the fish is on the line so that the minigame is completed. The fish should be at your feet. Yet some more checks around positioning loot bags on death so they don't end up underground. And then the only other section this week is the future content section. So let's check that out briefly. Looks like they might be reworking concrete possibly. Whatever concrete BLD rework is, they're doing some of it. They fixed cave worms spawning in walled in the alien fossil cave. Alien fossil cave? And mixed collision and seam issues in grasslands prefab caves where the players could get blocked by microcliffs, Green Squadron, and Prometheus. A little bit more on the Lava Hunter. Seems like they work on it a little bit every week. They're adding recipes for armor-piercing ammo. Why do we need armor-piercing ammo, you ask? I guess we'll see. Adding a platinum sheath and titanium plate items, talents, recipes, etc. They're feature locked out. And talking about the Hypatia feature lock to lock out Hypatia content. Looks like they're working on a lot of buildables. Like, I'm going to guess they're like walls and whatnot. Looks like only the devs get an AI target dummy. Added prototype for backpack info widget. So this is pretty cool. They're adding an initial implementation for bone armor, base items, static setup, and armor setup. They need recipes and icons, descriptions, and design paths. Part 2 coming with the first person mesh and pack mesh for demeshable. They are working so much on like floors and all kinds of stuff, like just all kinds of work on collision geo. I don't know what all that means. Gave turret and rotation rate so it doesn't snap to targets, and an aim tolerance set up so it doesn't fire if its aim is too far away or too far off. So we have a turret. Gave turret concept and inventory ammo and consuming ammo on fire. I have turret AI, relationship data and interface. Turret meshable and deployable setup. And a jade cave worm. And guys, that's really all I see in the changelog this week. And guys, that's it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel will get you weekly Icarus update videos just like this one, and content videos just like the AMA video that we just posted on the channel. Check that out with Jake Dudunsky, the project lead of Icarus. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace. My fish. My fish. Look, fish, you're famous. Why do they not have names anymore? Oh no. We reloaded the server, they don't have names. We'll just call you all fish.